Good afternoon, everyone. This is Joanne. I'm a lead meteorologist at the National Weather Service office in Jackson, Mississippi. And we wanted to share with you some interesting weather information today. So as you may know, twice a day we send up weather balloons at the Jackson, Mississippi forecast office. And we do them twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening. And the weather balloons have an instrument called a radiosonde attached to them. And those instruments measure a lot of different weather features from the ground all the way up to like 50,000 feet in the atmosphere, all the way up through the atmosphere. And one of the cool things we saw with today's weather balloon was just how dry the atmosphere is. You may have noticed that by going outside and maybe your hands feel dry or maybe your hair is a little bit drier today. It's definitely dry outside. So when the weather balloon goes up, it sends us information that plots on a funny looking graph like this. It's called a skew-T diagram, or sometimes we refer to it as a sounding. And there's a lot of information that we can view on soundings. They can give us information related to how stable or unstable the atmosphere is, and that helps with severe weather forecasting. It can give us information about how cold the temperature is, or if there's an area that might be warmer. And this is really beneficial for winter weather forecasting to figure out if we're going to have sleet or snow or freezing rain. Or just plain rain. So I'm going to show you a few things on a sounding that we can look at. First off, it measures the wind speed and direction from the ground all the way up through the atmosphere. So we can see how much wind energy is in the atmosphere. It also plots the temperature, which you see here in red. This is the temperature curve of how cold or warm the atmosphere is, all the way up from the surface through however high the balloon reaches that particular day. And then we also have this green line here, which is the dew point, which is how much moisture is in the atmosphere. And this is the dew point curve. Now, when these two lines are together, close together, kind of like this, that means that there's more moisture in the air. And that may be in the form of rain or clouds or fog, some kind of moisture in the atmosphere. When they're far apart like this, that means it's a dry atmosphere, and it is very dry today, as you might have been able to feel. And one parameter that is calculated off of a sounding is called precipitable water. And that basically means how much moisture is in the atmosphere that could potentially fall as rain. Now, say for instance, it's a day where we have heavy rainfall like we would have in the summer. The precipitable water, which is measured in inches, can be anywhere from 1.5 inches to 2.5 inches. So it's a really high number. On a day like today, though, as you might expect with how dry or how far apart the dew point and the temperature lines are, that the precipitable water is really, really low. And in fact, on the balloon that we sent up this morning, the precipitable water was calculated to be 0.06 inches. And that is really low. In fact, we looked at some of the climatology of the soundings that we've recorded here at the Jackson area over the years, and it is one of the lowest that we've seen. We saw one other instance where it was recorded at 0.06 inches, and one other time that was 0.04. So we suspect that this is probably about tied for the second driest air mass that we've recorded off of a weather balloon sounding here in Jackson. So we just thought that was kind of neat and wanted to share that little scientific tidbit with you all today, and hope you enjoyed it and enjoy the rest of your day.